Good evening, dear friends. Well, your favorite segment is on air. Answers to questions from our beloved subscribers. One of my favorite subscribers, Ivan Petrov, asks the following question. I had 3 sons, and they all fell in love with the beautiful Mariana, who lives in the neighboring village. They loved her with all their hearts, but she rejected them, saying, "You are not worthy of my beauty. Your shoulders are not even enough. One shoulder is higher than the other. You have scoliosis, poor posture, kyphosis, hyperlordosis. I don't need you with such problems. First, straighten yourselves out and then come to me." The upset father writes me a letter, asking for advice on what to do, how to do it. He tells what happened next in his letter. So it turns out I'm also telling you what he's telling me, and I'm sharing it with you in secret. My eldest son, Ivan, got a bit down. I have to admit that he got a bit down. But he didn't get too upset. He took his unemployment benefits, got a bit down, but he didn't get upset. So, he thought, here, my left shoulder is raised up. Let me lower it. I'll relax my trapezius muscle. He's relaxing this muscle, stretching the muscle, stretching it out. And the right shoulder, the one that was already down. He thought the right shoulder would start to rise after he began stretching the left one, the left trapezius muscle, but a miracle happens. He's stretching the left muscle, and his arm and shoulder started to drop. Everything was going down, toward the ground, lower and lower. And Ivan started to develop a hunchback, and it became hard for him to look at the birds, at the sky. He couldn't see the rain. He was always getting wet. He got upset and went to live in the swamp. The middle son, Nikita, nicknamed Iron Fist, went and saw what his older brother had done and thought, "No, I won't repeat his mistakes. I'll stretch out this side of my body since the curve is going this way. I'll stretch out this whole side right here." He started stretching his tense lat muscle, and what does he see? Instead of straightening out, his rib cage started to rotate along its axis like this. He keeps stretching and stretching his lat muscle, but his rib cage rotates along the axis clockwise. Not in the direction he thought, because a rib hump started to grow right here for him. He got upset too, went into the forest, and settled in a hollow tree. The youngest son, Ivan, saw the failures of his 2 older brothers and said, "I won't repeat their mistakes." He went on YouTube, found Anton Alekseev's channel, and what did he see there? He saw that you need to stretch the quadratus muscle on one side and train it on the other. Without thinking much, he started the exercise, began doing the exercises, and in the mirror he sees his back getting straighter and straighter with each moment. In less than 3 days, he was completely straightened out. He goes up to the beautiful Mariana and says, "Here I am, look at me. See how handsome I've become. Everything about me has straightened out." She says, "Really, look at you. Well then, let's get married." And the brothers jumped out of the forest, one from a hollow tree, the other from the swamp, and said, "Ivan, please tell us your secret. What should we do? Show us the exercise." And Ivan is having fun. He says, "Ah, you, my brothers, losers. Well, all right, I'll show you this exercise." And he started showing them the exercise. Like this. Watch closely, dear friends. So friends, if you see in the mirror that your shoulder, for example, this one, my right one, is lower and the left one is higher, what do? I do this. I take the band, I fix it at the top, stand sideways to the wall, and the band is already stretched. This muscle, the one closer to the door, is already a bit toned, and here it has relaxed a little. And now I make this kind of movement down. I lean over here, down, I bend down. Here you need to make sure that your pelvis doesn't move to the side. It should stay in place. I bent down there. Here, I will start to feel a stretch in my side, right here, where it's needed. It's specifically the quadratus lumborum and the oblique abdominal muscle that will be stretched. Then come back up, make the movement. Down again. On the left, the muscles are tensed. The oblique, the quadratus, even the iliopsoas, and then back up. I do 2 or 3 sets, starting with dynamic movements. Dynamically, we work the muscles on the weaker side, on the side of the raised shoulder. We increase their tone by getting more blood flow to them. Simultaneously, the right side muscles are being stretched. This exercise is more effective here than if you were just stretching the right muscles, because overloaded muscles don't stretch well until the corresponding muscles on the other side are working. For example, to stretch the right quadratus lumborum muscle, we need to contract the left one so that it gains tone, and the excessive tone in the right one decreases. I did it dynamically, and 1 or 2 more sets statically, bent over like this, and just hold the position statically for 10 to 20 seconds, just like this. This way, we relieve the overloaded, in this case the right side, and load the underworked left side. After this exercise, you may notice that your center of gravity is distributed more evenly throughout your body. You're standing more evenly on your feet. Now, after this, you need to let your muscles work at a slightly different angle. We use a chair for this exercise. Sit on it as you normally would and then turn around. Just like that. It's an unusual position. Hold on to the backrest with your hands and turn yourself so that you can look me in the eyes. Look right here. Sit sideways on the chair, turn like this, and use your hands to help yourself turn. Hold this position for 2 or 3 seconds, and relax. Hold it again and relax. On one side in this position, you reach the limit of your movement. Sit like this for a bit, and use your hands to turn yourself a little more. On one side and on the other side, what are we doing this way? We have relieved the excessive load from the quadratus lumborum muscle, and now we are stretching both the quadratus lumborum and the oblique abdominal muscles at the right angle, increasing the range of motion by stretching them. And now, the next exercise. Take the bolster, place it here on your pelvis so it doesn't move, and try to reach the bolster with your hand, turning your shoulders. Why do we place the bolster? We place the bolster so that the pelvis doesn't move. And we reach with the hand. Do it 10 times on one side. The abdominal muscles get involved in the movement and work in a way they haven't worked in your everyday life for a long time. Then do it 10 times on the other side. Plus, your back also gets involved. The muscles on both sides of your back are working. You might even feel like something there is starting to tense up. Like this. Why is this necessary? During movement, during walking, when you move, your right quadratus lumborum muscle was overloaded. But here you replace that usual tilt you have while walking with torso rotations. Well, friends, our show has come to an end. I don't want to say goodbye, but it's time. Until next time, dear friends, keep practicing, keep training, leave your likes and comments. See you in the next episodes.